guys, it's Katie. So today I'm having like a season struggle. Like I have these like periwinkle blue spring nails. I'm wearing a fall flannel, and it's 100 degrees outside. So I'm ready for fall. Somebody help me. Ricky is watching Narcos right now and I can't stand that show, so I took it upon myself to use this opportunity to film a video for you. So I got my Diet Coke here. I got my brushes, and where is it? Aha! And we are going to review this foundation here. This looks tiny, number one. This is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Makeup Stick. I am in the color 320 Bisque W for warm. So this is what it looks like here. I have used this before a few times because I wanted to test it out before I did a review on it instead of doing a first impression. So yes, we're going to be testing this out on my face today and seeing what we think. Octoly also sent over this brush in addition to this foundation. So I wanted to test it out. I figure I have like, I'm such a mess today. I really want to test it out with this brush because this is the brush that I have been using it with, and so I want to make sure that I'm comparing apples to apples, you know? So I think I'm going to use this brush on my forehead, this brush on my right side or left side, whatever, and then a beauty blender on the other side. I used these again. Guys, I'm obsessed with these, and I also saw them at Nordstrom yesterday when I went to the mall. So now they're selling them at Nordstrom too. They're the Patchology Flash Patch Eye Gels. I usually have these in the fridge and then you just stick them underneath your eyes when you're like about to get ready, like before you get ready, and oh, it feels so good, especially because it's been so hot here lately that it's been like a little treat. So let me go ahead and clip my hair back. So this is how much product you get in the foundation. Really doesn't seem like that much. I have tried the Lancome Teint Idole. I know I'm butchering that name. I've tried the liquid version of it, which is this one right here, and I love this. It is very long wearing. It looks good on the skin. It's great for oily skin. Alright, so I'm going to go in with like whiskers. See what I mean when I say whiskers? And then I'm going to blend that out with, I'll do it with this brush. This is the Hourglass brush that goes with the Vanish Stick Foundation. And really what I've been doing is just kind of like pushing it into the skin. Instead of like buffing. Let me bring you in a little bit. And so right off the bat, I would say light coverage with just those 3 strokes. So I'm going to move around to the other side of my face and use the Beauty Blender for that side. And I haven't tried it with the Beauty Blender yet, so let's see what this does. I feel like I'm getting the same amount of coverage with it, with the Beauty Blender versus the brush. But like I said, like with just those 3 whiskers that I put on my face, I still have redness on my cheeks. So I'm just going to use a little bit more. But first what I'll do is I'll go in with a little bit on my forehead, and then I'll use the, that was a nice little like hieroglyphic design. And then I'll use this Artiste brush to blend this out. This is the Oval 6. I wanted to try these so bad when they first came out. And just, I don't know, never got around to it. I feel like the hype was so real with these at first, and then it just kind of died out. But I feel like I'm getting better coverage with this than any of the other methods that I was using. I do like that it's very tiny. They said that you could use this brush for bronzer, blush, concealer, or foundation, but I don't know if I would use it for anything other than foundation, but I don't know, maybe. Never say never, right? I actually really like how that blended out on my forehead, so I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more on this side of my face, at least in the area where I need more foundation to cover up that redness. Should I go in with this one? Should I do it? I'm going to do it. I know that they recommend doing like long strokes, but I think it's just habit. Like I like to just like push my foundation in. It's definitely not as full coverage as the liquid version. And like I still have redness right in here. And obviously right in here because I haven't gone over that twice, but let's go over that again. I feel like this is going to go real quick if I have to do like 17 layers on my face. But I do like this brush. I feel like I'm getting better coverage with this brush than I am with the Beauty Blender or that other brush. And even though it's small, it's blending it out pretty easily. I do say it's pretty buildable because, you know, I've put on 2 layers now to cover up that redness. So I do really like it, but I just don't think that I get as much coverage out of the stick version than I do with the liquid version. So, and I know that it is long wearing and it says that it's a soft matte finish, but I don't know if you can see, it's definitely not like a flat matte. It's more of a glowy matte, like a natural matte finish, because I still see, I wouldn't say shine or like anything like that, but definitely it's, you know, got more luminosity than like a typical matte finish. I don't know if I should do another layer. I'm going to do a little bit right here and a little bit right here because those are like my problem areas. I do like the convenience factor of it though, like being able to take it on an airplane without having any problems. Still have redness right there. When I was using this earlier this week, I noticed the same thing. Like it wasn't as full coverage as the liquid version, but in comparison to other stick foundations I've tried, this feels really lightweight. Like it doesn't feel super heavy, even though I just put on like 3 layers right here in this area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some concealer now and see if that will help with the redness of that area. I'm going to go old school right now and use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I used this again the other day and I was like, gosh, this is so good. Like, I forgot how good MAC Pro Longwear Concealer is. You know, you get so excited about all the new stuff that's coming out that you forget, like, some of the old stuff is still just as good. This is going to be a little bit difficult because I've already done my, like, lower lash line mascara and all that kind of stuff, but I just want to see if just putting on a little bit of concealer will kind of like minimize some of that redness on my cheeks a little bit, because I do bring down my concealer farther than just like right underneath my eye. I feel like those Patchology little gel packs too really moisturize my under eye area, so it helps it look younger, not quite so like crepey, because my under eye area is like wrinkly. But it did hide some of the redness that was right here. But I mean, I don't know, is that something that you guys are okay with, or do you feel like if you're going to use the foundation, it's supposed to be a foundation to cover up any imperfections? Like, shouldn't that cover up the redness that's on your cheeks? You know, like, should you really have to use concealer? I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and blend this out. I look like a ghost today. Why do I look so pale? I look sick. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set my under eye concealer with this Hourglass Diffuse Light powder. I'm not baking or anything, but this brush is terrible. That was like an old Sigma brush. Not good. There we go. This powder, I don't know what it really looks like on camera, but in real life I like it because it gives a little bit of like reflective light to the under eye area, so I enjoy using that. Laura Mercier translucent powder to just set the rest of the face. I legit have powder all over my pants right now. Now for a bronzer, I'm going to use this bronzer here. This is the Becca Sunlit Bronzer in Bronzed Bondi. It's Bondi, right? Bondi Beach? Pretty sure. Put some warmth back into this ghostly face of mine. I really hope that you guys can't hear narcos in the background because they're probably like shooting people, screaming at people, threatening people. So I'm going to use this Laura Mercier Highlight 01. This is probably my favorite highlighter for when I do highlight. It's so pretty. It's not chunky. It's not like metallic like some Becca highlighters, you know? I mean, sometimes I like a really intense highlighter. Sometimes I just want to be like more understated. Ooh, I'll show you guys this. So this is the Smashbox Always Sharp lip liner. So I love this and I hate it. So I love it because like every time you go to get it open, it's sharp. But sometimes like I feel like it runs down really easily. So I don't know. It's a good color though. So I just went ahead and filled it all in, but as you can see, like it's got like a little nub now. Like it already needs to be like twisted, and when you twist it, it's lifting it up and sharpening it. I don't know. It's good, but then I feel like I'm going to go through it really quickly. And let's go ahead and use this. Oh man, let's not throw it. This is the Bare Minerals Gen Nude Lip Gloss in the color Totally. This is one of my favorites. So as for the foundation, I do really like it. It does feel very lightweight, and there is the convenience factor for it being in a stick form. And I will say that it was in my mailbox all day, and it was 105 degrees out that day, and it didn't melt. So I feel like it's got a good formula where it's not going to be a mess if you're traveling with it. I will say though that it's not as full coverage as the liquid version of this. And so if you're looking for something that's like extreme coverage, I wouldn't say this is it. Like I would even say that this is more like, it could be like light to medium coverage, whereas the liquid version would be more like medium to full coverage, in my opinion. That's my experience with that. I can usually get away with wearing this one for about 8 hours before it really starts to fade away. I wouldn't say that it breaks down and looks patchy, it just kind of like starts to disappear. So it's not that it looks like really bad makeup on your face after 8 hours, it just kind of like goes away. And I also don't feel like it emphasizes any pores, so let me pull you in a little bit closer. Like, I don't think that you can, like, my pores are super visible. I mean, they're there, but I guess I should say that they're not accentuated with this foundation, like some other ones that I've tried. And it does look matte now that I've powdered and put all of the other stuff on top of it, but if you don't set it, then it definitely has more of a natural matte finish, more of a satin or a natural finish than a soft matte. So that is my opinion on this foundation. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Let me know if you guys have tried this foundation and if you enjoy it. I feel like this is a lot of people's holy grail foundation. When I asked you guys in the past, like, what is your favorite foundation? What should I try next? A lot of people say this one. And although I really do like it, I wouldn't say that this is like my new holy grail foundation or anything like that. But it is really nice for those like makeup days where you just want to put something on and run out the door, and maybe you don't want like a full glam look. That's what I would use this foundation for. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Leave any other video requests down below, anything else that you want me to try, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!